want to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
Hello there, welcome to the Flash and Blow podcast. I'm Siobhan. You put a where after W, you put a where after O, you put a where after R, and away you go. Let's meet the plucky girl assistants. We have, beneath me currently, is the Brian.
Did you know that before I was running the show, I'd never heard our theme song in full? I always have it unmuted.
Right, okay. Did you see last week's one? Because I played the full length version. Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
That's good. And oh dear, now he's ours. He's our own, our very own, because I have the invoice. We have our very own Dr. Sinister sat there. I think he's got something in his eye. Yes.
It's annoying.
As long as your head doesn't slowly start caving in, we'll be all right. I'm glad you said that, actually, because I had forgotten what Doctor Who story we were talking about.
I hadn't.
I had. Anyway.
Here, let me take my glasses off.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. That's better. Goodness me.
Clark Kent is back in the building.
So, Dr. Sinister, how was your week? What is that? It looks like... Hang on, let me look. Yes, it looks like a fourth Doctor sonic screwdriver. Is it character options, Andrew?
No. Made by Custom Sonics. It is rechargeable.
Ooh.
It is completely made of metal. It has sound effects and working spring-loaded action. It is a thing of beauty.
It is. That's your ultimate, I think, isn't it?
This is my ultimate sonic screwdriver. The quest is complete.
Yeah. I need a third Doctor one like that, but you told me what the price of those were, and I just near fell off the chair.
Yeah.
Right. What about
I am not one to besmirch anyone spending extravagantly on hobbies.
I don't think any of us can, really. What was I going to say? Oh, yes, Brian, being careful as we're live, how has your week been?
Excellent. I have been practicing my skill at corporate manipulation.
Okay, you know we're live.
Yes.
Righty-ho. Hello, Retta. Oh, you're not joining us? Okay. Is this a good thing, Brian?
This is a very good thing.
Okay.
This is a very good thing to keep Brian sane.
All right, okay. I've got an area of darkness. Hello.
You do.
This is Chestnut, as you all know, who cannot go a single show without doing this. Show off. My week's been interesting. I didn't go to the Capital Convention.
But why?
At least you didn't say mummy.
Pourquoi?
Hasn't been a good week. And quite frankly, I was out of spoons. The surgeon for the trans thingy, even though I was about half stone under what they told me my target weight was, they've now told me I've got to lose 2.5 stone more. And I sort of, and then I found out on Friday that my stepfather had died. And I don't know how to feel about that. So don't bother putting F in chat, because I don't know where my head is on that one, which is why I've just been completely wrapped up there. No spoons available for the Capital. So there we go. Didn't go. Damn shame. Because I know Lisa's other half did turn up as the brigade leader. And the idea was to hand out eye patches to everybody. But there we go. It's one of those things. That's all right, Retta. Can't be helped. It's life and death, isn't it? Yeah. News. Possible spoilers coming up if you haven't seen the latest Doctor Who trailer for Legend of the Sea Devils. Okay, so spoilers coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so we begin. Boys
Are
and
there
girls.
sea devils in it?
Oh, well, yes, but there is a chance, just a chance, and I'm praying it is, that we're going to see the Merca. It's, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Not that.
But done properly, without wet paint. Still susceptible to karate kicks, though.
Oh, well.
I haven't seen the trailer, but I don't care.
But there is certainly some amphibious monster in the water, and it's a case, is that the Merca? Oh, please be the Merca.
Now
Somebody
that-
was
that's
saying
weeks
that
from
this is...
today, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
For Retta's
we-
benefit, the Merca was the Sea Devils kind of underwater attack monster thing. Unfortunately, in Warriors on the Cheap, it was played by two men who used to dress up as a horse in Rent-A-Ghost.
I don't think it's their fault. The costume wasn't finished, and the paint was still wet. No. Oh, dear God. Effort I put in.
Mykra.
Merca. See?
Ah,
You Americans, honestly,
because
not knowing such
that's-
things.
No, they think it's America.
well, it's a computer.
So, hello, if you're having spoilers, hello, it's okay, you can come back now. You can come back. So anyway, there's that. What are we doing tonight?
Stuff.
Now,
BSing
sleep no
around.
more. Mind of the Hodiak. Bushwhacked. I don't know why my voice did a thing there. For Firefly. And the Out of the Unknown episode time in advance.
Is Bushwhacked a crossover episode with Bonnie Langford?
You see, I could understand you saying Paul Hogan.
To be fair, I've seen Bushwhacked before, and it wanted my credit card for that one. So
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
this one was a lot better. More acting.
Okay, right. That's good, I think, isn't it? I'm, again, still trying to think of any more news. Any more news?
Apparently, Matt Smith's very good in Morbius.
Oh, that's a nice
Yes,
thing to know.
unfortunately, the entire Morbius movie is not very good.
This is what I've heard: is that he's the only good thing in it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, we'll have to wait for that one to turn up somewhere. I don't know where that's going to turn up.
And-
too many
and
streaming platforms.
In Morbius, does the brain make an appearance?
No. Totally different Morbius.
Oh, well, that's no bloody good.
Quite. Do you know how much Solon paid for that plastic case with the eye receptors?
It was a lot of money.
It's an awful lot of money. Actually, I have seen. I haven't read it. It's a past Doctor adventure from BBC Books, written by Terence Dix, that I think is called Warlord, which has the fifth Doctor having to take charge of a galaxy-spanning army, including Sontarans and all sorts of familiar figures. But Perry gets hurt, so he takes him to Hendry Solon before Brain of Morbius to get help. Apparently it's not a very good book. So, congratulations to Gary Russell. He's won the inaugural Terence Dicks Writers Award from the Doctor Who Appreciation Society. He received that today.
Quite right. Too.
Yeah, well deserved. Very well deserved. So yeah, look at that. I'm not even being sarcastic when I say that.
Well, I said
That's
to you
annoying me.
last year sometime that Gary Russell was the new Terence Dicks.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Ooh. He's the beating heart of Doctor Who behind the scenes.
Sorry.
Cat's ass.
It's all right. I'm trying to come up with a Gary Russell thing, but do it as Terence, and my brain won't let me. Shall we make a start then, gentlefolk?
Nah.
No?
Sure.
Yeah? No? Okay,
Maybe.
let's try it. And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who.
Wow, that was exciting.
It was. There's a little spot of a man with glasses, and he's broadcasting a distress call. And what he's managed to do is piece together what happened leading up to his distress call using CCTV footage. Except it's not just CCTV footage.
It never is.
It's not at all, really.
No. How do we put this? It's Sleep No More. And I really enjoy this one. And I know I'm in a minority, but I really do enjoy this. I'm a bit pissed off Bethany Black got given the grunt role. I was hoping, if you're going to cast a trans person, hopefully it'll be a better role than just that. And then there's a Spanky joining us. And just where the hell do you think you've been, young sausage?
Well, I have many tales I could tell, but I will only tell one. And that is this one. I can't tell time. With Spank Life and lost track of what I was doing. And
the only person I
threw the
know
fridge on that.
who can't tell time from a digital clock.
She was running around naked. What can I say? I just went. Oh.
Anyway, welcome,
Movie
Spanky. We're talking the Doctor Who Sleep No More.
Yay.
Have you had a nice week, dear?
It was lovely.
Good. Oh, that's nice to hear. Right. Yes. So I like it. Brian, would you care to start us off on this?
Sure.
Go on,
I
then.
liked it. It was a bit on the Eldritch horror side of things. Your sleep mutating and coming alive and devouring you from within, and then hunting more. Not Mobius, Morpheus machine. Yeah, the Morpheus machine pretty much in a 5-minute nap gave you a month of sleep. Honestly,
They've been doing
I
that
could
in Judge
use that
Dredd
for
from the
freaking nap.
start. The sleep suppressors.
I could use
Judge
that
Dredd's
now.
got,
I'm not
10
going
minutes in
to
the
lie.
machine and you're good to go.
Yeah, I could use a month of sleep. I'd still sleep normally, but I could use a month of sleep right now.
Right.
And the only side effect would be my sleep suddenly starts broadcasting on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
wouldn't be good.
No,
No.
not the things I've seen.
No. Just no. My brain
No.
hesitates to even try and think about that.
So the sleep becomes what? Semi-sentient?
Well, it's been
Rather
rapidly
animalistic.
evolved, hasn't it? So
Yeah.
it must be that though they haven't evolved eyes. And there's the irony, boys and girls. Sleep dust with no eyes, but my God, it makes them look horrific.
It's just frightening.
I liked the mouth on the creatures, like they were constantly yawning.
Yes.
Nice spot. Nice spot.
Yes.
The poo monsters.
I like the twist at the end.
The Pooh Monsters is time flight. We'll get to that. Yes, and quite horrible.
It is. It's terrifying.
I mean, they're saying they wouldn't be able to do flipping back to Dragonfire, which I know Andrew remembers. So I'm hoping you do as well. But at the end, the bad guy's face got melted off, and it was very Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Wasn't even melted, just crumbled, disintegrated like sand.
No, I'm talking about this from Dragonfire. I'm making a point. And that was 1987. And they were saying nowadays they wouldn't be able to get away with that. So I'm very surprised they got away with that, Reece Shearsmith turning into sand, because that really is fucking scary. If I was a kid, that would freak the hell out of me. It really would.
Just see the hollow eyes, and then he starts going, and that was kind of cool. I liked it. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I like the eldritch horror of it.
Cool.
It reminded me a lot of a PG version of Event Horizon.
Yes.
Now, there's a film I've meant to see, and I never have.
You gotta watch this.
Yes, I want to.
Wow.
So-
Okay.
Sinister, make this happen.
I will.
Okay. It's up for streaming now. I believe it's on Amazon.
Oh, well, I can check Amazon out. Have a little
Sean
have a
Murphy's
gander.
in it.
Says it's on Hulu.
Jason Isaacs.
Subscription, Fubo, Amazon, and
Anyway,
watch it places.
Dr. Sinister, your thoughts
count that.
upon this, please.
Yeah. So
Good start.
I liked the way the Doctor and Clara were introduced in this story. You just
Bickering.
kind of overhear them talking, and then suddenly, this group of troopers stumbles upon them. I like that.
It's very unusual.
I mean, also, obviously, as soon as you see the Morpheus machine and you see the Mr. Sandman, that almost gives it away. The Sandmen, right? It's kind of it's.
We should have rehearsed, all of us singing that song with harmonies and everything.
Oh
No.
Would've been epic.
No, you know I'm banned.
Bum, 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 bum.
Well,
I liked the set design. I liked, it was like Brian says, it was a bit Event Horizon, kind of orbiting Neptune, sort of, isolated. It was a kind of a base under siege story, essentially.
Yeah.
I liked the found footage nature of it, and
Which isn't real, Brian. Just saying.
no, you're lying.
No,
Because
no.
our base on Neptune has gone down.
And interestingly enough, it's a Doctor Who story where the end doesn't see the enemy defeated.
Well, no, there was supposed to be a sequel, wasn't there? And instead it became Empress of Mars.
Yeah, and I liked it when the Doctor was finally leaving, and he's like, "None of this makes any sense." No, because it's all complete bullshit.
Exactly. Yeah,
Did
it's crying
you
out
get
for.
the?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Did you also get the feeling of the happy computer being reminiscent of Resident Evil,
I've not
or
played
any
Resident
of the
Evil.
other dozens of films or games with the happy computer trying to kill people?
Yeah.
Kill people.
Oh,
Hey
the
there.
one where it's asking the guy to sing a song before you
Yeah.
open the door. Yeah.
Sing a song to save your life.
Hmm.
No. Continue.
Okay, right. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. There we go. Don't try and explain it. All right. I like my ignorance in this particular instance. It's a good ignorance. Carry on, please.
I don't think I have much else to say, really. Just I've already mentioned that I like the design of the monsters. They look like they're constantly yawning at everybody, kind of.
And when Bagpuss went to sleep, all his friends went to sleep too.
Yes, all his friends went to sleep at gunpoint. Obviously, I liked the scene where the Doctor says, I've hacked into your helmet cams, and she says,
we don't have helmet cams.
We don't have helmet cams, and he just goes rambling on, and he's like, "What did you say 1.84 minutes ago?"
Yeah,
we don't have helmet cams.
Yeah, Capaldi's coming into his own now. There's no two ways about it.
And it's
a shame he's leaving then.
Shh. Spoilers.
Oh, that was
okay.
Thing for April 1st for the next Doctor. That was pretty funny. That you posted on Twitter there, Auntie.
I can't remember what I did.
I don't know.
It wasn't the Bruce Campbell
remember the
one.
actor's name.
You told them.
Matt Berry. Matt Berry. You know him probably.
It was great. It would have been hilarious.
Hello, I'm the fucking hell.
I'm the fucking hell. What? We need a doctor that does that.
Stephen Toast as Doctor Who. Yeah. Brilliant impersonation as well. Brilliant impersonation. I mean, they faded it into the real deal and couldn't tell difference. That good. It's out there on YouTube. Just look for Matt Berry Doctor Who. I say YouTube, Twitter I meant. I'm sure if you Google it. It is well worth done. It was put together by Rob Ritchie. And
they did a great job.
He did a superb job, quite frankly.
Rob Ritchie does a lot of the new effects on some of the Blu-ray releases.
Oh, interesting.
Very cool.
Yeah. He also, I think, works on some of the animation stuff as well. So like Evil of the Daleks, I think he worked on that.
Evil. Spanky, did you get a chance to see this, love?
I like the Pooh Monsters, and I have a piece of trivia for you, just for Auntie. Bethany Black,
yes,
the actress on there, first openly trans actress on a Doctor Who episode.
I know. That's why I said I wish it had been a better role.
Yeah, right. So there you go.
You know,
I like any monster
kind of a Sally Sparrow role.
Yeah, I'd given up hoping to be the first trans actress in Doctor Who, and then the first trans actress.
That would have been
awesome. In Big Finish. I'm still holding out for first trans Doctor, but I think I'll be very old by then. So
that's all right. They only hire very old people for doctors now. They never have really young doctors anymore.
Don't know who anyone's going to be. No idea at all. And I like not knowing. It's not you. It's not you.
Me.
It's not you, because you'd be the Doctor for the 60th anniversary, which means Jodie Whittaker would be coming back, and the restraining orders would stop this.
Right. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't be able
Why do you have to bring up logic?
The wall of restraining orders would be so tall. The plane would not be able
Let me put it this way. It's not for your benefit. You look so sad.
Yes, it is.
Well,
Karen would be coming back too. I mean,
oh God, he started dreaming. I don't know what's going to happen.
One of the sidekicks, not an actual doctor, because and one of the ones that gets into some kind of mischief that makes him like a fixed point in time and causes Doctor immense amounts of trouble over the years. That really makes it not worth his time to have gone to that trouble, but that he's stuck with, because that would be my role. That would be great.
I could go on set and paint Warhammer minis like Henry Cavill.
There you go. Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a
and I bet my painting is way better than his.
There's a Jerseyman I want a word with.
Mm-hmm.
He comes from Jersey.
New Jersey.
No, the real Jersey.
Quite
obese. God damn it. And you knew exactly what you were doing there. And I fell for it like the fascist I am. No, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
No, you had it right.
All right.
We
Okay.
put up with your fascism for quite some time.
Thank you. All right. That's nice. Hello.
I'm just
Internet.
saying I paint better than him.
It's
That's all I'm saying.
Better turn
You can
around
prove me wrong
and-
at any point in time.
I'm not actually a fascist. That was a joke, Internet. All right.
You haven't seen her behind the scenes on the show.
No one has seen my behind the scenes. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Except the surgeon the other day. So anyway, carry on, Spanky.
I think I said everything I had to say.
Oh.
I'm just immensely in favor of any monster that looks like walking diarrhea.
We've got to show him Time Flight.
You guys said everything.
No, we don't.
He can watch it on his own.
Yeah. You made me sit through it.
If you want
that's
poo
enough.
monsters, Time Flight is the one. Especially if you remember the white
Monsters.
dog poo you used to get. Because you always used to get trapped on a pram's wheel.
That
your
used to be
bicycle
high.
wheel.
Those were high dollar. Those white dog turds back in the day for making perfume. Used to pay little kids to run around the streets of London or Paris or wherever to snatch up the white dog turds and bring them to the perfumiers, or however you say that, parfumers, and
History with the
about
flashing
white
blade.
stuff on the dog hood.
What
Yep.
dimension are you from?
History and science all at once. Bang, right there.
The sausage
I love it.
dimension, I
Now,
suspect.
I
It's
understand the whale puke, but the dog?
Dog poop. Yeah, something about the white dog turds and white dog turds only. I can't remember the exact chemical nature, the difference between the white dog turd and a regular dog turd, but the white ones were an ingredient in high quality
They
perfumes,
removed
much
the
like
ingredient.
ambergris and a number of other things.
That's
So,
why you
yeah.
don't see it anymore.
Is this anything in relation to Civic Crep coffee?
No.
Okay.
But same kind of vein, right? Rich people with a lot of money who eat things that come out of asses, or wear things that come out of asses, or drink things that come out of asses because they've got more money than sense and can afford expensive things that come out of other creatures.
Kind of happy I'm
asses.
not rich.
Exactly.
Guys,
Life
guys,
is the only
guys,
time.
guys,
Yes, ma'am.
why are we
Yes.
sat here talking about poo? Enough! This is the flashing blade, for heaven's sakes. No, all right, so I can't.
This
I can't
is a
do it.
typical conversation.
It's a typical conversation.
Is it-
for-
yeah, normally
for
offline.
Anytime I'm on an episode. It's a typical
Yeah, you
conversation.
went off on a tangent
Disclaimer.
there.
It's not the
Flashing
flashing blade anymore. It's the fecal blade.
It's the
The
what?
fecal blade.
It's the fecal blade.
I will
The
slap the
fecal
back of
blade.
your legs come the end of the month, young man. Oh, dear. Right,
Hang on, I have a tractor going by.
he's got a tank.
He's got a tank.
Hey! Help yourself to a slice of your crate. Right. So we enjoy Sleep No More then. Yes?
Yes.
Yep, right. Good. This pleases me because a lot of people don't like it. Adam, for example, I don't
Why?
think likes it. I'm not sure. I have to ask him.
Do they
I
feel
suppose.
it's a filler episode?
I don't know.
Because that's kind of the impression I got, but I was okay with it.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of found footage anyway, unless it's like homemade pornography. You happen to find like at a yard sale or something like that. Somebody's selling videotapes, and I'll buy the box for $0.25. What's in it? Oh damn! I didn't know Bob and Susan were into that kind of shit. That kind of thing. But like, other than that, I I generally don't.
Not safe for work, folks.
I never say for. Never say for.
Oh,
It's
dear
company,
me.
polite company, any kind of company.
This is why I don't go to
Frankly,
garage sales.
We
Wise.
should all be put out of our misery.
Very,
and
very,
your
very
misery, and everyone
wise.
else's misery, because the fecal blade denies any kind of.
We are
ownership of
not
your mark.
called that. I won't have that. We're the flushing bloke.
The flashing bloke does not endorse.
Flushing
comments on-
bloke. I've got that wrong ever since day
Flushing
one.
bloke.
It's the,
Flushing
flashing bloke. I'll go get my raincoat.
Well, our fans, back when we used to have fans, wanted to be called flashers, which really worried me.
I like that. That's a great.
We can call them flashers. Let's call them
Well, we can call
flashers.
them
Well, there's no
If
point. We
you're-
don't have
if you're
any
a Blade
fans.
Fan,
We have a
and
fan.
you're like Flan, and you're a
We have
fan
two
of
fans.
the Blade.
Can you
You're
punch
gonna
to
be-
your
from
left,
now on,
please?
you're a flasher.
No, your left, Brian.
Your other left.
Right, it didn't quite work. Spanky, just to make this actually look like it worked, can you punch yourself in the face with your right hand? Thank you very much. There we go. See, that's teamwork. That's teamwork.
coming
Now,
down here.
I've got to do solo reviewing. Because it's Big Finish time, boys and girls.
Tattoo. Then they would have believed it was Brian if he would have gone from underneath the screen. Right, if you punched up like that and then it just... Oh, we could probably make that happen.
Sometimes I wish I did edit these. Anyway, yes, Mind of the Hodiak. The lost Russell T Davies script. The first Doctor Who thing he properly wrote and sent off. Rediscovered whilst he was looking up stuff for Doctor Who Tweet Along during the lockdown. And it got turned, big surprise, got turned into a Big Finish script, co-written by Scott Hancock. Sixth Doctor and Mel. I know everyone's going to rave about this, simply because it's got RTD's name on it. And I'm not so certain. I can understand why it wasn't picked up. It's certainly not the right style for that period of Doctor Who. So it does feel a little... The pacing of it initially is quite slow. Where you're just finding out about the Hodiak. And every now and again you'll flash to the TARDIS where the Doctor's going on about Toad of Toad Hall. And then there is a family, single mother and two kids, who are apparently having poltergeist trouble. No doubt on the Powell estate in London. You can see... Certainly, everyone's going to go on about this. You can see the fact he wants to include families in his writing. It's right there, front and centre. All right. I was trying to find positives, but I'm also trying to find negatives, and I can't really find either. The acting is brilliant, as always.
You are neutral.
Yeah, this is a meh. I thought it would be something a lot more, and it happens. It's nice, it's fun. It really, you can tell it was written in the 80s because they decided to collapse the stock market. That's the universal stock market. So I want to be able to say more about this, but I can't really. I mean, other reviewers they'll go into far more depth because they got more time, basically. And like I say, you're going to get automatic praise for it being a Russell T Davies partly script. I wish I could say more. Sorry, but it didn't wow me like I thought it might do. It just is. Sorry. There we go. See? We occasionally give the odd duff review to prove that our good reviews are good.
That's exactly what that proves.
You got hiccups again. You had hiccups on Friday night. Have you had hiccups all weekend?
What I haven't told you is that I am filming this immediately after Friday night.
My God.
I'm going to go back in a minute and have my weekend.
Right, okay.
That's the smart way to do it, see?
So you got an early edition of the script. Did you get the different coloured pages we got?
I got the pages, but unfortunately most of them were heavily redacted.
I got the pink ones with the urine stains.
Mine was watermarked.
There you go, see?
That's
what we say watermark. That's what watermark means when it's a Blade production. They're slightly urine stained, sometimes heavily urine stained.
Enough with the urine! Jesus! Spanky, what's wrong with you?
Have you got some kind of problem you want to talk to us about?
No.
Look, incontinence strikes 1 out of every so many males. I'm just saying.
You've been struck more than once, I think.
Probably more times than any
Yes.
should be, but
Yes.
I kind of liked it, so I kept
Grow,
doing it.
grow
Thinking
the
I have
lightning
another
tree.
deal, and next thing you know, here we are. I'm on the fecal blade, flashing people, and it just happened that way. And
Is there a way of stopping him?
gives my mom stuff to talk about.
I mean, permanently. I mean, if we're going to do it, we've got to do it properly.
Gonna do what properly, permanently?
Silencing you.
You're not taking me to the vet, are we?
You'll be calmer.
No,
We're going to take you to a farm. A farm up north you were going to. You'll be very happy.
I know several farms in upstate New York. We can take care of this problem right now.
As long as I can go to the one you took the dog to, because I missed the dog. All right.
Yes.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah. You'll be together again.
Same farm, huh?
Just be grateful we're not disposing of you the same way as the goldfish.
Yeah, I didn't need.
And don't worry, I won't even
not sure I
treat
fit
you
down the
like
drain.
I treat other people. I won't put you in the wood chipper and
I know I
let the
won't fit in the blender
porcupines
like the
eat.
goldfish
What's the
did.
play with these
Yeah.
Green Cathedral? Anybody see Moon Knight?
Right? Moon Knight.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Very much enjoyed it.
It was interesting. I liked it.
It had a lot in it that if you didn't know Moon Knight, you may have been lost.
Yeah.
I can see that up to a
It did
point.
depend
yeah.
on that you had to have some knowledge of the storyline or the.
But I think
character
where
to have you
the
fight.
audience, I can't remember the name. There's too many names. I know Mark Spector, the other one, the geeky
Stephen Grant
Stephen Grant.
Grant.
Thank you very much.
or Jake Lockley.
Where Stephen
yeah.
Grant? Jake Lockley's the rich guy.
Yeah.
So Stephen Grant. We're going to find out about this as he finds out.
That's true.
I
Yeah, I think
think
it's how that's going to work out.
he's our.
I did like the part
oddly,
where
our
he dragged the
identification figure.
Anubis thing. I liked where he dragged the Anubis thing back into the room to beat on it more.
Yeah. He's trying to get in there, and then all of a sudden the Anubis is trying to get out of the room, and it gets dragged back in. That's always good when the tables get turned on.
Somebody was suggesting that he woke up in Latveria, and I'm sorry, I disagree, because that
Yeah, it
cult,
wasn't.
no way in hell would Doom allow that cult.
There were no Doom bots
Yeah,
present, so yeah, that wasn't Latveria.
But,
But hey, I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see Latveria with Doom bots and stuff. That would be awesome. You gonna be all right there, Auntie?
She's dying, clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've killed
Well,
another
what is
host on the
broadcast?
Flash and Blade.
The fecal blade. To
Send
replace yet another hostess.
to-
Send your resume to the fecal blade.
And don't forget to send that on. What Lego are we looking for today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
thinking about it. I don't know. You can choose this week. What the postcards come on.
I think we may just have to hire Retta. I mean, she's the only other female that will show up on the show.
That will
let's
show
try
up, yeah.
this again.
That would put up with us for any length of time.
Yes. Now swallow.
Jess
Yeah,
would.
Then breathe.
Jess would put up. Well, no,
No,
Jess.
breathe and swallow.
She'd put up with us, but she'd make sure that we behaved.
Yeah, and she wouldn't show up on cam.
No, that's true.
Vampires don't have reflections.
Yes, that's true. Right now, they're playing a very strange version of basketball in the Hold of Serenity. And River is absolutely intrigued by this, which is nice to see. And then there's a proximity alarm, and Wash realizes he's supposed to be driving, and they found an abandoned ship. Very abandoned, very quickly, very Marie Celeste. Then they find out what happened to the crew, and it's not nice. And then the Alliance turn up, and unfortunately, one of the people from the ship survived. And because the ship had been attacked by Reavers, he completely got a major leaky brain pan. Basically, this is Bushwhacked from Firefly. And I watched it, about 2 hours since.
Joss Whedon's argument for operant conditioning, basically.
And
Well,
I have a question after Sin.
We've talked about Event Horizon already tonight, and I have to say, finding the bodies strung up like that,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
it's very Wrath of Khan.
It's kind of like the cockpit scene with all the salsa.
Oh, yes. That was salsa.
Okay.
Freeze-dried chunky salsa.
Yeah, I'll wait to watch it myself, thank you, without you lot telling me about it.
We're gonna. It's you
Gonna
can't
happen.
escape it. You know
Yeah,
this.
because you're an absolute git when it comes to spoilers. You
I think
don't
the little
care.
flashy scenes
I don't
with
care about
the, you know,
spoilers.
when they
I
see
do.
You can
inside
spoil
of hell,
whatever you
basically, you're
want
like,
from me.
Yeah, but I do
Mark
care about
Kemper is
spoilers.
MPD. Okay.
All the weird
Anyway,
creepy bits were awesome.
Bushwhacked. The Abel Fubwub Spanky. What do you make of Bushwhacked?
I thought it was good because this is the first episode of the series where they actually start to seriously build the mythology of the Reaper. And they are very important later on, and so it's important that you get a real idea of just how great a menace they are, because this tongue-in-cheek, and everybody acts scared, and they eat people and sleep with them and rape them and then, kill them, and hopefully they'll do it in a different order than that or whatever. That's all good, but until you get the flash of that guy's face with all the crap sticking through it and stuff, and he's chopped his lips off and all that weird junk, you're like, what the fuck? Then you start to get an idea. If they can do this to a sane guy, how jacked up were they that they managed to do this to a normal guy? And then you find out exactly how they became Reapers and stuff later. I just think it was a really good first step to establishing that mythology that they're going to need so much later on.
I also found, aside from that, this episode to be the first episode which really does properly concentrate on the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Working together and being a crew.
Kind of thing.
And I appreciated that. Yeah. Brian?
I like this episode. I have an issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
The Survivor becoming a Reaver, which they attribute to them forcing him to watch everything and slowly degrading his mind. We know how we later find out how Reavers were created, and it differs greatly from this episode.
But
it's like a virus.
No, not in this particular instance.
No, I don't literally mean a virus. It's like he took on the aspects of the Reavers because he was
totally traumatized.
Yeah,
utterly traumatized.
I just have a small issue with that.
They have a planet that they return to constantly, right? And the atmosphere of this planet may or may not still be soaked with chemical X. We'll call it that for the lack of me being able to remember what the hell it's the passive.
Yeah, there is the fact that it could be transmitted by their ship.
By their atmosphere.
I still say it was the mental trauma that
they bring with them, maybe.
Mental trauma doesn't make
it's just one person, and this is what's happened. But Mel's seen it before as well.
Yeah,
so I think
it's not an isolated incident.
No,
right.
but
so that's why
how would your mind be in his situation?
They brought from the planet with them. I bet the Reavers know what got used on them, and know how to make other Reavers, and just do it once in a while, just to be assholes.
That's a possibility. But then again, that chemical has been weeded out of the planet's atmosphere. So,
but that doesn't mean there isn't any on the planet. It doesn't mean that
we're
they don't
going
have access
into
to it.
what
Doesn't
ifs
mean they
and
don't keep it on
suppositions.
their
Yeah,
ship.
we're going
clouds
far
of it all the
beyond
time.
what the show shows.
Yeah,
that's correct. But it doesn't mean
Sinister.
that
Yes, please.
Anyway,
I actually think that this is how they create new followers of their creed or whatever. They go out and they will literally show people, drive them insane, and create more of their kind.
That is a
Baby
possibility.
Raiders, right, yeah.
Again, we only have the one season here, so we can't really explore the mythology or the methods or the methodology.
Right. Because unfortunately,
I will say
series
the
cut short.
captain questioning the crew of the Serenity was hilarious.
Yeah.
Zoe won't give him anything. Wash is like, have you ever been with a warrior woman?
Right.
And Jade is just sitting there like,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep.
Kaylee's going on about the ship. It plays perfectly.
It does.
Awesome.
It
That did
does.
really well.
Yeah. Right. So, Sinister, anything more? Tell us more about this.
So I've only seen this once before. I couldn't remember what happened. I was expecting the whole
I couldn't remember
deserted
either.
ship thing to be a trap, and there to be
Yeah.
something horrible about to attack them.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, that's not the case. Instead, this fucking huge ship turns up and they get captured, basically. It was a good episode. The only thing I will say,
What are you doing?
the only thing I'll say is it ended a bit suddenly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that.
You know, the ship undocks. They're like, oh, well, they took the gear. And he's like, oh, well,
Oh,
never
that-
mind. He had to do that. And
Yeah,
then
they took all
credit.
the money we could have made. But,
Yeah, and it was kind of...
but we're not. in
I mean, I
prison,
like
so
the fact that the captain of the ship was going to impound their craft and fine them and all sorts, and because
They're
obviously,
lucky that he didn't anyway.
Yeah.
Something in him must have
Yeah.
just had that slight bit of decency.
Mal
well, I
saved his
think it
life,
might have
I
been
think.
embarrassment as well.
Yeah, he was a little ashamed and didn't want to have Mal explaining to the higher ups how he had to save that captain's life. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know what it is. Spanky, you'll be able to tell me. In the Marines, did you call sergeants sir?
No.
Thank you very much. In the British Army, you daren't call a sergeant sir because sergeants work for a living.
Correct.
Sergeants are NCOs, aren't they?
Yeah, non-commissioned officers,
However,
that's correct.
Zoe keeps calling him sir. And
Because he's a
Yeah.
captain.
no, go back to some of the battle scenes. And we'll
Back
see
when he
more.
was a
She
sergeant,
still
a
calls
master
him sir.
sergeant. Yeah,
Here's
she
an
calls him
interesting-
sir there. And
Here's
that
an
was
interesting thing, by the way, and if I may slip into the real world just for a moment.
No!
A lot of modern Western armies are actually effectively run by the NCOs. British
Yes,
Army
they
is
are.
like
God, yeah.
that. The US Army is like that.
Hang on.
The Russian
I was
Russian
about
army.
to say,
The-
tell me one
the
that
Rus-
doesn't run like that. That
The
doesn't
Russian
have
army-
an NCO core.
NCOs. It's entirely top led. It's very top heavy, and this is why they're in a
all
complete
by the officer class.
clusterfuck.
Yep. They don't have that those kinds of those battle tested and
Yeah.
um
In fact, I
tried and true men
often
that are NCOs that are committed,
So-
that are experienced with leading and do all that grunt and hard work to keep
Yeah.
the
In-
military machine running. The officers just kind of sit back and
I
only,
agree.
really show up
Call
when
each other
something fucks
Rupert.
up.
I've
Then
always
they come in and they hand out punishments. Otherwise, they fuck off and go to the officers' club and shit.
I've
like
always
that. That's nice.
I've always equated. So I'm not a military person, but I've always equated my job as the equivalent of an NCO. I've got 30 years of experience in my job. I've got no actual qualifications in my job. I don't manage people in my job, but I like to think that I'm one of the people that keeps things running, ticking over, as opposed to the people above me who, no disrespect, they've got all the qualifications, they're earning the big bucks, they're making the decisions, and I think of it as the same kind of way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly
The
what
officers
you
are the ones
mean
who went to
right
college, they got a
now.
degree, they went to OCS, and they sit back and they make twice the pay of the enlisted, and the enlisteds are the one that do all the work and keep the actual shit working.
The officers come up with these brilliant ideas, that are fantastic. We'll do this. Sir, if we do this, this will happen and this will destroy us.
I'll give you a perfect example. We were on an LHA, and we had a brand new butter bar with us. This is before my unit shipped out for Desert Storm.
Sorry, Butterbar?
Butter bar is a lieutenant, a second lieutenant. He has a
Lieutenant.
gold bar.
Righty-ho.
Not a first lieutenant was a silver bar, right? So he's the
Lieutenant.
lowest grade of officer there is.
Right,
Okay?
you go. Yeah, ensign.
And
essentially.
we're fielding the quarters that were assigned in this ship. And he comes in and he's looking around and he goes, "You know what? You see these hallways?" And he points down to the corner where the steel bulkhead meets the deck plates, and he says, "Go get a grinder. I want those to be perfect fucking thing." You know, like he wanted 90-degree angles on there. Like, this is his genius idea. And it took us a while to explain to him that if we did that, the steel plates would no longer be welded together because that little bitty bead thing there was the weld that was holding the steel together. And
Yeah.
he didn't really get it until when we went to get the grinders, we found a Navy lieutenant who was the equivalent of a Marine Corps captain rank, 3 ranks above this guy, and had him explain in no uncertain, loud, and quite vulgar terms that if he took a grinder to his deck plates, he would have his butter bar ass off the side of his boat without a fucking life raft paddle or anything else, right?
I love stories like this. I love military stories.
Yeah, because there was no convincing this butter bar that he was gonna have us grind some deck plates down. Like he just would not listen. And you know, you can't when you're a lance corporal, you can't explain to a lieutenant
wasn't his ship.
that's a bad idea.
It's not his ship.
I was thinking that
Exactly,
as well.
but he don't know no better. He is fresh out of Annapolis or Quantico, or where the fuck ever, and he doesn't know he's in charge yet, so he's got to do shit. So you know he's in charge, and I'm like, most terrifying thing I ever saw was in Okinawa Camp Hansen, walking past the base theater in the afternoon, and about 60 or 70 butter bars come fucking flooding out the doors, and in each of their hands, one of them's holding a map in one hand and a compass in the other.
Oh, Jesus.
And that was just like, oh my god. There's land in our future, no.
That's the point. Is it's the NCOs actually run the operation. They actually are the heart and soul of the army or the whatever it is. And Russia doesn't have that. Russia doesn't have that. Those troops on the ground in Ukraine have got no initiative whatsoever.
Yeah, not when their officers get killed off. They don't know what to do, right?
I was an NCO.
Or how many minutes?
For at least a year.
A lot of minutes.
That's a lot of minutes.
That is quite a few minutes.
I was a Killick for a year, then I was a full petty officer for about 5 minutes.
I would just like to give a shout out to the vicious Ukrainian farm tractor, the only natural predator of
tank.
the mainline Russian battle tank.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, basically, right.
I can't believe.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe they went there. They released them.
I know. They just said, "Go forth."
Go forth and conquer.
Yeah,
They've been
man.
bountying Russian equipment
the
now.
carnage.
Anyone who turns in like a fighter jet gets $1 million something.
the
or
We
other.
need David
Army-
Attenborough narrating.
One at a
this.
time.
You-
One at a time. It's a bit sinister.
The Ukrainian army has got more tanks now than it did when it started the war.
Right?
Yes,
That is so.
and they're all Russian still.
and they're all Russian still.
We
yep.
need David Attenborough to narrate this.
Yeah,
I
right.
did. We were talking military things. I did manage to come up with the scene of basically Dad's army meeting the Sea Devils. And I did all the voices as well in my head. It works.
It's going to be like that. It's
So-
going to be like a Canadian Bacon kind of a movie when they eventually make a movie of this later. It's going to be something like that, or Stripes, or
Wag
MASH,
the dog.
but- yeah, Wag the Dog kind of a thing where just this colossal clusterfuck of errors when these poor hapless Russians walk into a fucking wood chipper pissed off Ukrainians because they're out there murdering their moms and daughters and babies and shit, and should have seen this coming. Yeah.
Let's move on.
And
So
he
anyway-
probably is
Let's move on.
Russian
anyway,
attacking their own fuel depots and cities.
Let's
inside
move
Russia,
on.
too, I bet you. Go ahead.
So anyway, no, you don't call a sergeant sir.
No,
No,
thank you very
never.
much.
No,
Right. Never. That will
So-
get you hurt. So,
A
she
penal
does, and that's
ship
annoying.
Is coming into Earth orbit,
And it's
and
not
it's
what you
going
thought
to
it was.
disperse 2 prisoners who've
More than
served
2,
7
but it
years.
doesn't matter.
Shut him up, somebody. Thank you. The fingers on lips now. Fingers on lips. Auntie's talking. However, we find something very interesting about their sentence. They hadn't committed the crime. They were only going to commit the crime. Therefore, they were sentenced on that. And now they've done their sentence, they have a license to kill one person.
If they want it.
Once again, Earth is controlled by the Thal race.
Yes.
It's an interesting... This is an interesting one. Once you get past the sci-fi cliches of the prison ship and this, that, and the other, it's about the characters. And I just thought this was really, really good. Time in Advance from Out of Unknown. I'm told it is one of the classics. I don't know. All I know is I really enjoyed it. Sinister, what did you make?
So when they started talking about, pre-crime or whatever, I was thinking Minority Report. I thought, has there been some precognition going on here? No, it turns out these guys wanted to murder their respective victims and declared it. Went and did 7 years out on the colonies to help establish the colonies, which is half the time they would have done had they just done the murder. And then they come back and they're basically given a piece of paper which says you've got one free murder, which is like fucking bizarre.
It's a very strange turn of events.
And the reason for it though. There's a reporter that asked the guy that when he's checking these men back in, why do you do this? And he says, well, this is why most of them say fuck it and give up give up the idea, and so crime is very low.
But it does rely on them being incredibly honest and going, I better go and hand myself in.
But it's like
murder still happen, but
the press are hanging around saying, "Have you got any names for us? Who are you planning on killing?" And one of them, it's a crime of passion. The other guy, the main character, I suppose, is he got cheated out of this discovery or whatever it was and power, Stevenson power, or whatever. And I just at the end, he's changed his mind about killing the guy he wants to kill, because it turns out that everyone in his life has fucked him over in some way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And actually, I felt really sorry for him at the end because he gets fucked over again.
Yeah, one last time.
An ultimate loser.
I thought the performance in this, the performances in this were really good. The futuristic kind of setting was, it was quite nice. Like you say, the planet is run by Thals for some reason. Yeah. It was interesting. It didn't end up what I thought it was going to be when it started.
Mm-hmm. That's how I thought as well when I first saw this. By the way, does this make me a Thal?
Maybe.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
One of those
I'm obviously Aryan.
Fiction things, right?
No,
this is one of those science fiction things that has
one at a time. One at a time.
Happy ending. Oh, go ahead.
One at a time. So go on, Spanky. The point you were making.
I was just saying this is another in a series of science fiction stories. They give you an actual real life ending, as were commonly done in a lot of science fiction written in the early teens, up to like the 30s or so, before you started seeing that turn towards the required happy ending. But up to even the 40s, I guess, into the 50s, maybe. It was always, the hero dies or this happens or whatever. And in this case, the main character, the one you've been gotten to sympathize with throughout the course of the story, who your feelings and everything lie with him and are 100% behind him, you find out that everybody's dirtbagged on him, and he really should kill at least one of these fucking people, any one of them, any of them. Instead, he kind of puts it away, and then he gets murdered by his buddy that...
Well, as soon as his mate got that phone call, I knew what was going
that's when you knew.
Yeah.
I knew that he...
Saw it coming,
yeah.
It was they lampshaded. I did it. Itchy. She can't hear me.
And that's Ghost. Ichiban is around here.
Go. Sorry, I always get those two mixed up. It's because you've got two dogs and I've only got one.
Much longer. Yeah. He's the one that's got the nerve damage.
Right then, little quiz. Hopefully you're going to win some lollies.
You haven't done Brian yet.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No. We're going to come to Brian, but we're doing this now whilst I remember.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Okay. So, who spotted the first Doctor's title sequence?
Yeah, in the hotel room.
Yep. That's the first Doctor's title sequence. Did you recognise any of the sound effects?
The door opening, I think, was that one of the TARDIS noises?
That's not one I've got flagged up, but it might well be. I don't know. No, I was thinking more along the lines of this. This is humming buzz as something's working, and it's a bloody war machine noise. Also, there's a lot of stock music used by Brian Hodgson, and so it's a very familiar feeling story. This, if you're a Doctor Who fan.
And there's one other Doctor Who connection.
Please.
The lady, Polly.
Mm-hmm.
She was in the Ice Warriors.
Yeah.
Interesting. Miss Garrett. Sorry, I was having to.
And she's
I wasn't
still
going to let
alive.
that one go from me.
She's still alive, and she's 90, I think. Wendy Gifford.
I wonder if Toby's interviewed her. I can't find 1984 on my hard drive, which is a bit annoying because I could have sworn I had it. Because I want to do a Nigel Neal at 100 thing. I might have the Stone tape, and what was the other one? There's the audio, The Road. There was something else I was going to. I don't know. It'll come to me, but yeah, I don't know. I got a horrible feeling Toby's going to be very, very busy over the next month. Brian, talk to us about Out of the Unknown.
Nah.
Be right back.
Fuck you.
Out. Sorry, y'all. Be right back.
Nah, I'm good. It was fine.
Really? Is that it?
Yeah, there's not much more to go into it. I mean,
I was hoping you were going to sort of say, well, the program's definitely improving as it's going along.
no.
Oh.
I'm just holding it out. I'm waiting for the next shoe.
Shoe? What?
We've had one. Actually, we've had a couple shoe drops early in the beginning. Then it got good.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, I've already you've got the link in general chat on the Discord server for next week's.
Who wrote this next one?
I can't remember. The next week's one is Come Buttercup, Come Daisy, or Come Daisy, Come Buttercup, one or the other. And it stars Stephen Brennan, who's a friend of the show.
Okay.
Basically, the main guy looks exactly like Stephen Brennan. And it was scary to the point I sent him a photo and he went, Jesus! So, seem to remember it being a good one. But I'm not entirely certain, which is the thing. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I must profess. I am enjoying this.
I will say this did drag me out of the current rabbit hole on YouTube I have gone down.
Don't want to know.
No. It's scary enough. I've been watching on YouTube this series called 12 Tribes and Everyman Hybrid Project. Yeah, those are creepy. Don't watch them late at night.
Okay, I didn't even know about them. Now I know about them. I'll be haunted.
Oh, it gets worse. There's a channel called Nightmind I've been watching that really digs into the whole weird ass shit. And
hey,
yeah,
saying that, and I'm going to cause chaos here. Well, I would do if we had any viewers. Simon Whistler, yeah, Fact Boy, from all sorts of various channels. He's actually a bit thick. He does a couple where he first reads the script. He doesn't. It's not pre-recorded or anything else. He does it live and he makes comments and whatever. And there are some quite horrifying gaps in his knowledge.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
These things happen.
Well, I don't know. Are you a reviewer or a host? I don't know where you are now. She's floating in
I'm
the
just
ether.
saying, it's all those Hollywood types or celebrities or anyone on any kind of camera or anything like that. I've always been vaguely or crushingly, to one degree or another, disappointed in general by seeing them when they're not scripted because, they're talking anti-vax or,
Now,
conspiracy
obviously, we are
theory or
scripted.
something like that. Yes, we are.
We
Always.
are
'Cause otherwise,
scripted. We've
this
got
would go to hell quickly.
we've got
And this
17
bit.
this
Yeah.
bit.
And this
His
bit.
bit.
And yes,
And that bit
we've got
too.
17 scriptwriters.
Yes.
And we have to keep changing them up whenever depending who's on the
Actually-
show at the time.
17 and 2/3 of scriptwriters.
Yeah,
One is only
so-
a partial scriptwriter.
It'd be interesting to see what future historians have to say about that.
Have you been in the writers' room lately?
I don't think
They're
I've-
really slacking off from what I've seen.
It's a fucking chaos in there.
Yeah.
I saw the kind of all that black stuff on the walls and went,
Are you saying I shouldn't have hired
they
Ogrons?
sacrificed one again and thought maybe we should.
I'm just
back
saying
away
there's
slowly?
one guy in there that's thinking he's seeing Slender Man. There's another guy that thinks he's from another timeline.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah.
I hired Ogrons.
Well,
They work for
ate one of their
bananas.
number again. That's what happens.
They're afraid
You
of
eat one those
Monster.
guys? Yeah, and they do that many drugs, and you eat one.
All I
that's
needed to
just
do is,
bad
you know,
all around.
I've struck up a
They're a
deal
little
with
paranoid.
banana companies. What's it? Not Jaffa.
They're trying to make sure that, you're human when you go in there.
Oh, and,
Don't
and,
go in
I,
there.
for
That's
one,
just
am
it.
against that. Okay,
By the
that
way-
is-
Damn.
I'm
don't
definitely
go.
going to fire the person, the one that came up with Fecal Blade, because that's just out of order.
yeah.
Totally
Uh-huh.
agree with that. Definitely. Yeah.
But the one who wants to call everybody flashers, that guy gets a raise.
Oh, he died. It was so sad.
There
We
was,
had
an
to replace
accident, there was an accident with the lift shaft and a photocopier.
Oh, well. When we had $1 for every
Oh,
time
dear
that happened,
God.
we'd have
We,
$6.
we
and 30
replaced
cents.
them with
I
Bob.
think the ultimate insult was when the toner
I
emptor light started flashing.
Thing, Spanky, is I don't know if you're aware, Spanky, but the Flashing Blade building is 100 stories tall. The writers' room is at the top. The rest of it's just admin.
I heard
And
that.
don't
It's all
forget
part of
factory
McFadden Publishing.
focus groups, that kind of thing.
It's all
I
part
Yeah.
of
have
McFadden
noted
Publishing.
pigeon coops on the top on the roof.
George
and
McFadden,
the
our
Send the odd
boss,
carrier pigeon out.
he knows what he's
Yep.
doing. Talking of which, he has recently been in touch and said we're all doing very well.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Which is
Nice to
very nice.
keep the
Ni-
boss
nice
happy.
to know. Apparently,
Fine.
staggering stories are as well, which is nice.
That's good. That's
so
good.
that's
It's
good.
good to see that when he diversified,
Well, yes. I didn't get
hand
much
in.
choice, but there we go. I love the fact he drives around in an ice cream van. Okay. Anyway, good old George
I think
McFadden.
it's to catch all those little kids, but still.
Yeah. So next week we
Okay.
have Face the Raven. Now these last 3 episodes of Series 9, we're going to do individually because I think certainly the last 2 deserve it, and this one just happens to be in the way. So we'll do Face the Raven, and then we'll do weekly Heaven Sent, and then Hellbent.
Are we taking a break for the Sea Devils?
We've got a date for it, but I haven't looked at where we're going to be in doing. But yes, very
It's
much
2
so.
weeks from today.
In that case, yes, we will. Yeah, that means yeah, that's cool. We can get Face the Raven out of the way, and then the following week we'll be talking about Legend of the Sea Devils, which will have come to fresh from watching it. That's going to be interesting.
Question:
Answer.
in our Silurathon,
The Eocene theme, yep.
are we including leg end of the Sea Devils at the end? Bearing in mind, yeah, are we including that in our Silurathon?
Why not?
We're not.
No, I said why not.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I was just checking.
It's I mean, we've got a fair bit to go through before we get to it anyway. I mean, we won't even have finished Doctor Who and the Doctor Who and the Silurians and the Cave Monsters.
No.
by the time Legend of the Sea Devil comes out. What does star mean? Says Retta in chat. Retta, are you using dirty words on my chat? What
Right.
would
I
your
don't see
second
star,
cousin
star,
three
star,
times
star.
removed say?
I don't see star.
I do. What do you see?
I don't. Okay, no, I mean I see the star. Her typing the star,
Yeah.
star,
No,
but I
but
don't
thought-
see it in chat
Previously.
above.
No, it's not there previously.
Yeah.
Now
is it-
Paco.
What?
I have no idea. Retta's in her own dimension. Okay. So we got that to think about this week. What is Retta talking about?
Paco is Brian.
Answers on... What was it you wanted, Brian?
Huh?
What was it you wanted?
Oh no, I was just telling you
Postcards.
who pod. What?
On the postcards. What were the postcards supposed to be fixed to?
Oh, they're for replacements for when you choke to death on while you're drinking water.
No. What are the postcards for people who are going to write in attached to?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. What are we doing this week?
It's not like the box.
Okay. I'm really lost now. Hey! Guten Tag, Geeker 5. If that is how you pronounce the V.
Wow.
First
What
time
happened to the
chat.
first- What happened to the first four?
Yes, Dr. Sinister, who is there, look. Are you the fifth or the fourth Dr. Sinister? I can never remember.
Sixth, this one.
And apparently, Endless is allergic to gluten.
What?
Well,
what-
that's something to... Oh, that's Endless Raid. Hello, Endless Raid. We've been
Hang on.
raided by somebody.
hang on.
We've been
Geeker 5
raided.
Can I just ask a question? Geeker 5 and Endless Raid. If you are from the future historians who watch us,
Yes.
can you tell us what is going to happen next year, please? Because I'm getting a bit fed up with the 2020s, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, this is nowhere near as cool as the 1920s. I was hoping for flappers and speakeasies.
Yeah,
Well, what do we get?
Does.
You know,
COVID and
He's
Freaking-
from the
I can
future
do the
Austria.
knees dance.
Right, so hang on. This means
I'm saying-
Austria exists in the future,
Right.
and it looks like we have a new Russia in the future. Interesting.
Okay.
a new Russia.
Well, no. It looks like we've got both Russia and New Russia. Or Russia.
Oh, does
guessing
it get
it's supposed to be.
split?
oh, it might be split in the middle after Ukraine conquers it.
Maybe.
Right, yeah, because it could
Don't
be
see that
new
happening,
Russia
but
that
okay.
belongs to Ukraine, and then
Oh, that's bad news. Only
No.
Austria and
Oh,
Russia.
hell. How are we going to play
Oh.
Risk now?
oh, really? That's just going to screw up the whole risk map.
Damn it.
Come on, think of all the risk.
I've got a 100% record playing Risk online. And now you're telling me I'm not going to be able to. Mind you, we might be dead by then. We don't know how far in the future these guys are from. And they're probably not allowed to tell us because I'd ask for lottery numbers.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things. Oh, hang on, they're saved on pieces on Risk. Risk is much more profit.
Hang on. Could we ask one of these guys to put £5 into a bank, withdraw it in their time period, and come back and give us the money?
And that would be cool.
Compound interest.
Or if they do have time travel, could they go back to the 1900s and do that for us, and we'll just take it out?
Yeah,
It's even
they got it
better.
now. Yeah.
Invest in
$5
bucks,
bucks.
not
So-
Boeing.
1900. Put it in a savings account with my name on it.
So he's not wrong about bottle caps, by the way.
Well,
What are you doing next week? Spanky, what are you doing next week?
Next week, let's see. A lot of that.
Okay, good.
Just that.
That's lovely. The Brian, what are you doing next week?
going to work,
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
New job,
and
It's
then
the
I'm
same
going
old
to do a
job.
lot of modeling,
sort of.
and I'm going to fall down the rabbit hole some more and watch some more.
Tiny.
Hang on. Modelling
No,
for whom?
tiny
No,
figures.
no.
I was getting very
Right.
scared there myself.
No, because I've already got his full collection of semi-nudes, the high gloss ones that he hands out at any drop of the hat. You don't have to
And
get
we've
one
got
drop.
That's the one with the ovipositors.
And we've
won't
got
be
the
able to-
preliminary
the
sketches.
scorching nudes, we call them.
Spanky, did you get those from his garage sale?
No, actually, he volunteered.
No,
those.
I was sure about that.
Yeah.
Only fans, apparently. Only fans.
I worry
OnlyFans,
about you.
right.
No,
I worry about you
that
so
would
wrong.
be the cat's ass OnlyFans.
The cat's ass OnlyFans. How is that turning a profit there, Auntie?
Well,
Ask our chief
the
reviewers.
non-existent
Does Auntie's cat's ass
OnlyFans
OnlyFans
page.
ever turn a profit? We've been working really hard on it.
I'm glad someone has, because I know nothing about it. They're going to misrepresent me. What do you
Do
expect?
we know? And a question for Endless Raid and Geeker 5. Do we know you in any other capacity?
Okay, interesting thoughts.
Be good to know.
Yeah,
Whoop.
yeah. Or have
Just
you
pop
just
off my chair.
come in here out of curiosity? Which
I
for
think it's
which we
more a
can
little
only
bit of
apologise.
morbid
We're so sorry.
curiosity.
So sorry.
Only sexually.
Only-
Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll pay you a spanky. Right. So, Brian, you're working. Sinister,
I'm
what are you doing
working.
next
I'm
week?
modeling.
I'm going to be working. I'm going to be sonicking things, and I might come and see you Wednesday.
That would
The
be nice.
forbidden word, Spanky.
That would be yes. We need to get that
That
blocked.
would be the forbidden word.
What about you, Spanky? What are you?
Don't
No,
Google
no.
that.
I've already asked you, haven't I? I've asked
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of you what you're doing next
Yeah,
week.
you've asked all of us. I mean, apart from a time slip, why are you asking us again?
I'm an old stoner.
Yeah.
Is that
would
fair?
pretty
Yeah.
much cover that.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
fair.
Hang on.
Speaking of, I gotta get some brownies.
Oh, we skipped the game this week, so we're playing next week, right?
What, you want a game of Kitchen Bang?
No, I believe Spanky's referring to the Star Wars game.
Oh, well, what are we doing? Are we going to do it next Saturday, or do you want to live it another 2
It's
weeks?
coming Saturday, right?
I don't care.
Well, let's do it this coming Saturday.
All right, let's do it this
We
coming
can do it
Saturday then,
This
yes.
Saturday.
God damn you.
That was Auntie's fault. We're not going to lay any blame. We're just going to point fingers.
Well,
at
no, it was Auntie and
Adam's
Adam's fault.
and Adam's fault too. Yeah.
I mean, the irony being I could have actually RPG'd last night, but I was just curled up in a little
How
ball.
dare you?
Not
I was curled up
something
in
you
a
wanna
little ball,
admit.
not feeling too happy for
How
myself.
could you, madam?
Just saying. Yep.
And it's quite simple. I
Okay,
just
Retta,
didn't
we can. We'll do a discussion of this when we'll take this off air. We'll organize off air.
Yes.
organise.
Off the air.
Boys and girls, next Friday at 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. Eastern, Dr. Sinister, who's there, and I will be presenting 2 Fan Dinosaurs, and we'll be looking at episodes 3 and 4 of Doctor Who and the Doctor Who and the Silurians and the Cave Monsters. Got to remember to say it like that. And we'll be talking over those 2 episodes for you and giving you our fan knowledge.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Next Saturday might be the RPG. It depends whether Retta can make it. And next Sunday, Flashing Blade, where we will be looking at Face the Raven. I can't remember what you said the next Firefly one was.
Shindig.
Shindig.
Shindig, thank you very much. I'm not sure what the big finish is this week. I have a sneaky suspicion it might be Stranded, the last part of Stranded. Now, I wasn't that impressed by the last box set and that, so I have to wait and see. And the Out of the Unknown come Daisy, come Buttercup, I think it will come Buttercup, come Daisy. Which, like I say, the link is already there in chat for you. Yeah. Nothing much actually happening this week for the show per se. I'm trying to think. I've got nothing to do. Oh, that's nice, considering the hell I've had this week. All right then. Well, boys, say goodbye.
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 You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
These are John Levine, Clara. They're bred in hatcheries, cloned muscles, low intelligence, brute force, instant army.
Where's the goat? I'm not having that. No. Where's the goat? I demand my goat.
Someone's
There.
got your goat.
Goodbye.